We are live
at the damn Ponchcast. Yo, and how do we start up the Ponchcast every week?
by saying a prayer.
Jesus! I do say that you are Jesus.
Should I? Nah.
I mean, what, if you think your neighbors are gonna be pissed?
No, I don't think they'll be pissed. I just didn't want to Nah, I'll leave it on.
I mean, could you imagine how scummy a neighbor you would have to be to rat on someone for smoking weed during quarantine? Like to call the landlord.
Oh, no,
they
come
were
on,
smoking weed during the quarantine.
No, I don't care about that. I was just trying not to
Oh, but I mean, even if just
Get
imagine what a narc piece of shit you'd have to be. When it's like, well, yeah, we're all locked in our own studio apartments for months at a time, but
I don't want to get
how
sued.
dare he try fucking? Oh, that's right. Yeah, turn that over.
Because we get a lot of viewers and
Hey, we got our maximum amount of viewers and comments last week. Although the comments got deleted, I presume because some people kind of engagement farm. So if you don't respond to their comments, they just delete them because they think it looks. Well, because people think it look embarrassing if no one responds to their comments. Or,
Really? Is that like a YouTube professionalism thing? Like all of our comments get responses.
I know about it on Twitter, but I assume it applies to YouTube too. Because
probably.
people are like, if my tweets are too low engagement, I'll delete them because it lowers my hammer. Like, you know.
Oh, that's lame, yeah.
But point is, next time people do that, I'll respond immediately with just like, yes. Yes. No.
Great observation. Insert name here.
Exactly like the Intimate letter, yeah.
You are a true friend. I have recently came into lots of money because of my inheritance. If you got any of those scam emails, they're back. There's a couple of new ones.
They're not bad.
Yeah, there's a couple of good ones. There's this Swedish chick. She's like, hi, my name is Helga, and I am visiting America from Sweden, and I would like to know your American culture. Don't worry about spending money. I have lots of money from an inheritance. All I need from you is your social security and your credit card so that I may visit you today. P.S. I will buy something sexy to keep things spicy. And I'm like, oh my God, Helga, it's been forever. My God, when was the last time I seen you? Sweden? Man.
So I've never heard of that, but I'm surprised it took that long to get there. Because, like, I'm looking back at it in the lens of 2020 culture, but, like, the fact that shit ever started with, like, hello, I'm a horny, I'm a not horny old African man who wants you. But, like, the fact that it ever started there didn't just immediately jump to, like, hello, I am, what's the thing in South Park? Like, I am the Schmorschnaps wench. Would you like to drink Schmorschnaps out of my bountiful bosom? Oh, yes, and if you give $20, like, I'm amazed we ever started online scams with anything other than, like, hello, yes, I have large tits. Would you like to send me money? Like, that's the scam. Like,
They try to personalize it. They always put, like, what they've been doing recently is, please, if this message seems too forward, I apologize, for I am not accustomed to your American culture. Please forgive my forwardness. I mean no disrespect.
I get why that works.
I'm like, ooh, they're so polite.
That's my move at my new job. If ever I preface everything like, listen, I'm new here and I'm an idiot. Yeah. So, like, that's exactly what she's doing. She's just like, listen, I'm new to this country and I'm an idiot.
Apologize.
But I would love to show you my breasts for money.
I don't know your American culture, but what you call a pussy, I'd like to give to you. For the low price of a bus pass. All I need from you is $600 for a bus pass.
I'm new to this country. I don't know your ways nor how much your money is worth, but how would you like to have sex with me for what you call 100 American cents? To my understanding, that's
47 billion euros.
I mean, like,
Is the euro still pretty strong?
I don't know. Although
This
I will
is a
say, I thought
financial
I got a scam call today that actually turned out to be everyone awarded
Is it
me
the
for
census?
being a hero.
Is it
No,
the census?
the census.
Yeah,
happened
they
like
called at
months
work
ago.
today, and they were like, hello. And I was like, hey, thanks for calling. My name is so-and-so. And the guy was like, hey, so-and-so. I'm calling from the U.S. Census Bureau. And I was like, this is a business. Don't call here. Bye.
The census happened like 3 months ago. How are you still getting?
I don't know. And then he called again. He's like, I believe you've been disconnected. And I was like, don't call here again. Bye. And I hung up. And then he calls again. And I was like, really? And I just hung up again. And then I just blocked it.
I mean, like,
I like to answer and be impolite. I like to be rude.
No, I know. I love that too. It's just fun, like, because I've been on both sides of it, because it's so fun to be rude. But I've
Yeah, I used to be to the market.
But I've also been the salesman where your people are just like, "Oh, is this Tiny Dick Man?" And I'm like, "No, I meant this."
How dare you? I'm trying to have family dinner time.
But also, like, having been a salesman, like, I mean, I never did it on telephone. I was always at the market, but people will still be like rude to you, like, "Hey, you want to try to step on up? You want to try to like,
Go
you
fuck
step
yourself.
on up to my dick?" But like, the thing is, but having been on both sides of it, even as the salesman, where you know they're like, "Step on up. Would you like to try some jelly?" And the guy's just like, you know, like.
Why don't you shove that jelly up your fucking ass?
Well, no, but I'll be like, you know, you want to try?
Yeah.
The one I got multiple times was, "Do you want to try some jelly?" The guy's like, "No, because I can't jelly my dick up your ass," and then the guy will walk away. And
You just laugh uncontrollably, like.
no, but my point is, even being the victim of that exchange, I'm still like, nice. Like, because I've been on both sides of it. Like, I've been to dicks to salespeople a bunch of times. So even being the salespeople that someone's an ass to, like, if someone gets a good bird on me, I'm still like, nice.
I like when, like, the other day
You want to buy some cereal? You're like, "Well, cereal, you're at your mom's ass tonight." And I'm like, "All right, dumb guy, you got me." I'm like, "All right."
No, the other day I was driving really fast, like a jerk on the surface street, and some guy was like jogging.
You just could have said you were. I don't mean to interrupt, but you could have just said you were driving. Like, you never. Like, I don't want to be.
Well, I want to preface it by saying
you literally tell me
street,
stories where you're like, "This guy is doing a thing I did yesterday." God, does he fucking make me? You're like,
well, yeah,
you're like,
that's a podcast, right? Or you think I'm trying to one up you? I'm just trying to, like, you know, share some insights and some stories.
You get mad at everyone on the road.
I do. Well, anyways, I was gonna share. I was driving really fast down the street, right, like an asshole on a residential street, and this guy's like jogging, and he mouths, like he makes eye contact with me, and he mouths, "Asshole," and it like made me so furious. I'm like, did that guy just mouth "asshole" to me? And I'm like, he's fucking jogging. I'm like, what does he care if I'm going fast? And I was like, being an asshole for sure.
I didn't pull the car over.
Dude, I contemplated. I'm like, you better stop. I'm like, you're gonna not fucking pull over and beat this man to death with the wrench? Like, then you're a pussy. And then in my mind, I'm like, no, just turn away. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm like, whatever. Let that guy have this moment. One time I saw this guy.
I would have done it.
One time I saw this guy yelling at this lady for something, and the lady just like he was being an asshole, like irrational on the highway, and then she just like rolled down her window and went, ha 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 ha, and she like laughed like in the krabappel, and the guy was like, "Ah, ah," and he was just like,
that's the only
fuming. But like it was such a boss move where I'm like, I always try to remember that day.
because that guy's basically screaming, "Acknowledge me," and the woman's like, "No."
But she was just so calm.
And he's like, "Brr."
Cause she could have laughed in her like car, right? And like it wouldn't have hurt, but she like rolled down her window and she was like,
well, which is the perfect thing because you can't
That's
give him too much because if you give him too much, he's validated. She gave him just enough where he knows he's not validated.
Monopoly and the Krabappoli.
And I've been calling her Edna Crandall.
I'm calling her Crandall.
But no,
Why didn't nobody?
We got interesting stories going. We can't default back to just.
You want an interesting story?
No, you were telling an interesting story.
Yeah, but then I was so rudely interrupted by my neighbor.
But I was gonna say, but like the thing about like. But I mean, would you want to be like honestly, full on? Would you want to be that guy though, of being like, because I can bleep this out later. But you told that story about like when your dad thought that kid stole his keys, so your dad slammed that kid against the truck, and your dad was like blah blah, and then it got
no, sir. I think you're confusing my father with another man who probably
with a random man from the street. But that random man got away alive, scotch.
I'll tell you a story. You want to hear a child abuse story? When I was a kid. Somebody stole a bike from me. It was on the side of this is my fault.
Shit.
Like I should have I should have known better. Like it was a rule. You never leave your bike alone. Period. You don't tie it. You don't fucking take your eye off. You don't leave it. You're just always it's an attachment of your body, right? Like you can't even like chain it up and lock it. It's still gonna get stolen no matter what.
Well, or what happened in my middle school is even if the bike didn't get chained and stolen,
people
would take the tires and the handlebar.
Yeah, don't like disassemble that shit piece by piece just to fuck you.
Yeah, but that's it. So it's they can't even use it.
Yeah,
It's
they don't
just
care.
to fuck
It's
you.
just to fuck you. So my point is, the rule
so
was,
funny.
the golden rule was,
God damn it.
don't get off your bike.
Yeah.
So anyways,
No one where I went to school.
You don't
no
leave
one
your
where I
bike.
was from rode their bike to school.
Dude, the bikes
because
got
we had a
sold
bike
in the
rack. Yeah, we had a bike rack, and the first like day, 3 kids parked their bike there, and they came out, and the wheel and the front tire and handlebars are gone, and then just no one rode their bike to school anymore.
People are
Like,
assholes, man.
Like,
No, but
yeah.
so
Well, it's just funny because it's also probably like because our middle school is right next to our high school, so a lot of people thought it was just high school kids walking over to the middle school, like picking on kids 5 years younger than them and
it could have
shit.
been anything. There was no point to generalize who. It could have been an old
Yeah,
lady.
no,
who was like,
no.
oh, I got here the free bike. My grandson will love this. Like,
Well, most of it was me. So.
No, but like, so we were gonna play football, right? I had my bike, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to leave my bike all the way home. And my buddy wasn't there. Usually, he lived right across the street from the grass where we used to play football. So I couldn't leave it at his house, so I just left it on the sidewalk, right? Like a normal fucking 8-year-old kid. I'm like, just gonna leave my bike here, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I used
playing
to do
football.
that. I grew up over middle class, so I
And
know
then-
that shit all the time.
And then some fucking like guy, like a fucking middle-aged man, just like runs up to my bike, scoops it up, hops on, and takes off. And I like chased him, and I was pretty quick.
A middle-aged man?
Yeah, some like fucking middle-aged man. And then I like tried to catch up to him, and I ran as fast as my little 8-year-old self could. And then like I like grabbed his shirt. I remember like the back of his shirt because it was really long. And like I was like holding on to him and like running at the same time. It was like urban skiing. And then he like fucking looked back and he just like kicked the shit out of me, dude. Right in my chest. And I was just like, and I remember like falling over and like my chest like literally hurt.
No shit.
And I was just like a middle-aged man who like kicked the fucking kid. I think I told this story. Ever since then I was like, oh yeah, so like adults can hurt kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'd never been like molested or anything as a kid. You know, but like so.
No, because I think I might have told the story on the pod too. 'Cause
Yeah.
I never got molested or anything either. But because I told that story about that old man who punched me.
Yeah, I remember you were saying.
Yeah, I was chilling with my boys in our apartment complex, and there was this little kid in the window who stuck his tongue out at me. So I stuck his tongue out at him, and his old dad, who it turned out, we found out later, was like just an alcoholic. Like,
Yeah,
came out.
of course,
He's
they
like,
all are.
Yeah, and he's like, "You stuck your tongue out at my kid," and I was like, "What are you talking about, dude?" And the guy like punched me, and then I told my dad. Well, my dad came out to like threaten the guy, but the guy was too afraid to fight my dad. My dad's like, "You only have to fight kids," and the guy's like,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, that was basically. He didn't
I'm
say
the
it
fucking
directly.
national infant toddler champion of the world. I fucking
Honestly,
smash those babies.
That would have been way cooler if he just pulled
He
down
had a
his
little tiny belt,
Well, like yeah, like he had a championship belt that says like
a golden diaper. He's like, yeah, I got the strap. The toddler champ.
No kids can beat me, brother. That actually would have been way cooler.
Oh man.
That would have been way cooler than
Oh,
any of
that's,
that other shit. Like, God.
Speaking of like dad making kids fight or fighting dad's kids stuff, my dad tells a story when he was younger. He got his ass kicked by his little fat kid. No, my dad
Wait,
beat up. My dad.
your
beat,
dad by
my
a
dad.
little-
My dad slapped this like little fat kid, or he like beat him up or something. He punched him. I don't know. And the little fat kid like went crying home, and his dad like picked him up, drove him to my dad's house, and like dropped him off, and like rolled down his window, and he was like, "I'm gonna beat your ass and put a dress on you if you don't beat his ass for kicking your ass." And the little kid was like crying, wiping his tears off, and he like beat the shit out of my dad. And my dad was like, "What the fuck?" And the guy was like beating the shit out of my dad, like he's like, "I'm not gonna wear a dress. Fuck you."
That's better than any movie
Yeah.
anyone's ever made. That
Yeah.
should be a movie.
My dad always
That's
tells that
better.
story.
Quentin Tarantino should make that into a movie. That's better than it. Like,
Stuck in the middle with you. Like, the little kid just punching my dad. She takes out a fucking revolver.
hey man, it's just like.
Stuck
But
in
it's
the
not like
middle.
there's so
with
much
you.
going on there though. Like, first of all, like.
See what I'm trying to say, man? The violence is everything.
First of all, I'm surprised to hear your dad got beat up.
But I got
Like,
beat up
that's
a
my
lot.
first reaction.
But I got beat up a lot.
I mean, I got.
Yeah, but my dad was Mike Tyson. You know, once like he wasn't, you know, at the peak of his physical prime, he lost to Lennox Lewis. He got beat up.
Yes, sir.
Fucking Evander Holyfield got mad at him. Who else beat up? Buster Douglas fucking. Remember, he usurped his throne when he fucking shocked the world. That was like the biggest. That was like the biggest.
Right. That was the biggest upset,
Like,
like,
biggest
of all
upset ever,
time.
probably.
Yeah. It's, I'm just also because like. I admire that dad because I gotta be honest. I thought my dad was tough. I always consider him tough, but because he's always like, if a kid tries to fight you, you fight him back. Like if you, I don't care if he gets this like, because it's funny. It's not. My dad was even a teacher, but he was like, it's not a very scholarly thing. Where he's like, I don't give a shit if you get suspended, if you get whatever. Like, if someone punches you, you punch them back. Like, fuck.
Well, there's something about like being a dad, right? Like that male, like paternal instinct. His instinct is not to protect you, but to teach you to protect yourself.
Well, because it's not quite as extreme too. But my dad had a weird like. It wasn't quite because my dad. I don't think like maybe a night or two in fucking holding or something. But my dad has never been like. Because there's a difference between jail.
Keep talking.
Well, there's a difference. Well, there's a difference between like jail and prison. Like. Prison's where you go for a long time, like, what is it, like, jail or holding is where you go overnight, like, but, like...
Still good. Still recording.
I forget my point, but it's just that shit where it's like, I don't, like...
I forget my point.
Yeah, I forget my point, but my point, yeah.
That's shitty.
I'm
going to show you some of my new Corona jokes that I had. They're in my phone. My phone's recorded. Hey, phone. They were shitty. It was like... Hey, now all of a sudden you get to wear a mask and shit, but when my cousin does it in a bank, he goes to jail. Yeah, stupid shit like that.
You had a good one a couple weeks. That one was iffy, man. You had a good one a couple weeks.
Maybe it was the accent, but I feel like you gotta do the accent so they know like your cousin's a cholo.
Yeah, I mean that makes it better than like. So have you watched any? Because people are doing fucking. There's also some shit. But people, because some like local Seattle comics and shit have been doing fucking Zoom shows and stuff. I haven't watched any or been on any, but I'm looking forward to.
Just wanted to share. This is a prayer stick. Instead of like traditionally praying like you would normally would with this, you just push this button and you start praying into it, and you become enlightened.
Well, yeah, it's just like a normal penis. You just start pushing the button.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna get my Bible.
I'm gonna go get my Bible.
That should be the name of this podcast.
I'm gonna go get my Bible. Actually, Bible. I mean, listen. If instead of the podcast, you want to call it. But well, also, you heard because we were talking about Mark Norman. He's got a podcast, Tuesdays with Stories, with him and that comedian Joe List.
Oh yeah, Mark Norman, huh? I can't really do his voice. He's like a cross between like Norm Macdonald. And but he's a little bit more reserved. And everything's kind of a question.
That's what worries me about Mark Norman is because Norm Macdonald's my big influence, so I sound like him a lot. So like, Mark Norman's clearly in the same boat. Like if Mark Norman gets famous, there's no room for me. There's no room for two guys with curly hair that are going on stage being like, "Hey, I mean, you ever go to an airport? It's crazy with that. I mean, they got to pick you up with a shuttle. A shuttle is usually a thing that flies in the air, but then they're also actually that's more Seinfeld. But the point is, like, there's not room for Norman.
Seinfeld is more like
Norman's better than me.
Have you seen Seinfeld's new special?
No, I heard it's okay. I mean, I've heard it's like dad joke shit, but that's what you expect. Well, that's what you expect from Jerry.
He has a lot of Seinfeld bits where it's like, "This is it. You wanted to go outside. This is it. You're outside. You did it.
Yeah, like,
now you want to go back. When am I gonna get back? I gotta get back."
Well, it's what do you expect? Like he's fucking 60.
What do you expect?
Well, he's 60, but also like
he looks great for 60.
Oh, I mean, it's
me and him were having sex yesterday, and he didn't have his shirt on, and he was doing.
He was
looking good, man. Now you're telling me he's 60. I made the 60.
But I just mean because like Seinfeld doesn't ever have to become anything other than what he is, I guess. So like if I watched that and it was just a compilation,
I have to be it.
Yeah. If I watched that and it was a compilation of him doing stand-up from the beginning of the sitcom Seinfeld, I would expect that because, like, what do you expect? He's Jerry Seinfeld. He's a superstar. Like, he's not going to evolve. He's not going to start doing a new thing. Like, he's going to be doing what he's always doing, but a little different.
Yeah, 17-year-old girl.
Yeah. Wow! You really went for it on that one.
Zingers. We got the zingers here, like a pastry cake, We got them.
That's usually my alley is going for something like that.
Damn! Leave that fruit on the bottom shelf there.
Woo!
Yeah, but no, I apologize to the estate.
Do not apologize. Well, oh yeah, no.
And Seinfeld Corporation.
Don't apologize.
Allegedly.
Yeah, don't. Because
I allegedly said that.
If you apologize, it admits guilt. If you say allegedly,
I will say. I think the issue is that he had sex, or no, that he married a 17-year-old. But I think
he started dating a 17-year-old, but her parents were cool.
Yeah, and in New York, I think 16-year-old is legal. In New York, 16-year-olds are the legal age.
In the state I'm from, I don't know why. In a few states, including the one I'm from, Massachusetts. it is legal to date someone who I think is
Shout out
17
Massachusetts.
as long as you have the parents' permission.
Yeah,
But also, like,
kids.
what parents weren't gonna sign the permission for him? Yeah, let Jerry Seinfeld fuck my daughter. But also, he has to get her pregnant.
It says there, I put Article 2,
He
an
has-
amendment.
Jerry Seinfeld can fuck my daughter, but also according to the contract, he has to get her pregnant, and she's entitled to 1.2% of the kid, but not
Woody
more
Allen.
than
It's Woody Allen's daughter.
Yeah, I know.
Who married Woody Allen?
Oh, I know.
Look, man, I didn't mean to like make this into TMZ podcast. But
Yeah, really. Now we're just doing the doo. Now we're
And you know who else is banging a minor?
Yeah.
Get this. A local celebrity by the name of he might have been in Avengers. And that was like TMZ. Like, hi-yo. Maybe it's Iron Man. I don't know. But rumor has
What
it.
local Seattle celebrity in the Avengers, which I don't think exists?
Macklemore was in the Avengers, I'm sure.
Imagine the stupid Portal comes out
Yeah,
and
he
there's
was
Macklemore,
privileged
but
man.
he's just wearing a bunch of he's wearing a bunch of braces and he's like, I'm here from the thrift shop. Like that would have been.
And if you want to clean your room and be artistic, and that's okay. Because even though you're gay, you can still clean your room.
You know, that's the best song ever. Where he's just like one time.
He got an Oscar for that, or whatever it's called.
Which the point of the song is like
Razzie.
gathered. It's like one time my mom made me clean my room, so I
So
thought
I thought I was gay. That's a great joke, right? I think one day maybe his mom was like, Macklemore, clean your room. And he did. She's like, haha, you're gay. You clean your room. He's like, damn it, never again. And then she tried to
That
do
would
it
be-
again, and then he sang that song. When
That
I
would
was
be
6
even
years
better
old,
if
I
like.
thought that I was gay. Because I cleaned my room because my mama said it was okay.
Well, I pictured like it turned out his mom died, and then like his grandma.
like,
Well,
deeper
then, but then
level?
his grandma was like, "You need to clean your room," and then like he cleans his room, and then like his dad,
She was
because
a
the
baby.
house is run by the dad and the grandma, but then the dad who's like an alcoholic now just elbows him. He's like, "Oh, you clean your room, huh? You little fucking homo!" It just leans into it and like it says
Clean
the
your room
contract-
again? My mom used to like it clean. Yeah, right, you faggot. All you're gonna be is a guy who cleans his room. That's all you ever amount to.
Yeah, I like to picture the complimentary thing where just the grandma being like, "Young little Macklemore, to help grandma out, you need to sweep kitchen floor after I make dinner." And then as he's doing it, the just alcoholic dad kicks in. He's like, "Oh, look who's sweeping! It's little sweepy me. I put the broom in my hand." And he's like shoving his own son against the microwave.
You think you're better than me because you got a clean room?
You think you're
Your
better
dad,
than
grandma
me?
told me to clean the room.
You think you're better than me because my mom loves you, you little and then
She doesn't love you. She just bangs you and dumps you. That's all she'll ever do to you.
just pushing his own son. Just the worst story of all time.
And that's how you made that song that won an Oscar. I get it. It's super deep now.
I mean, that's
He went into his room crying,
That would,
with tears of blood.
that-
When I was 4 years old, I thought that I was gay.
yeah.
Because my dad made me clean my room and he said it was okay.
That would be cooler than the real story, which again, his Macklemore was just like an upper, like middle class suburban kid who one time his dad was like, "Why aren't you good at baseball?" And then he's like, "And my dad thought I was gay," and he's like playing it on the because I went through that shit. Like, yeah, it's, Macklemore sucks. That sucks.
You sound like Miss Wanda. Yeah, no.
No, but that's it. It's just Macklemore's
Yeah,
dad was
yeah.
like, "I worked in a factory, and you go to elementary school, and you're bad at sports I was good at. You
wanna be a rapper?
Yeah.
I used to rap in Korea.
Not even wanting to be a rapper. It's just, you know, like...
Go
people-
clean your room. That's all you'll ever be. It's like
It's
Jerry
right.
Stiller. Rest in peace. Serenity now. Hey, rest in peace, Jerry Stiller.
Yeah,
man.
that also, that's a rough...
Dude, my favorite episodes of Seinfeld are the ones with the grandparents, especially George's parents, or not grandparents. I guess they're not my grandparents; they're just the parents. George's
Yeah,
parents.
there's no real...
There's no grandparents.
Also,
Serenity
a little while
now.
ago, I tried to do a deep dive, and I didn't get through all of it. Cause, like,
Season 1 and 2, they
Yeah,
had
that
different
was-
characters.
But you
Yeah,
remember
different actors.
in like season 2 you meet Elaine's dad and she's like Ernest Hemingway
Yeah, he
or
was
something?
like, yeah.
Yeah, he really sucks. That's a bad character.
Yeah, he didn't come back. He was like he was kind of a tool.
He never comes back. Well, you meet Kramer's mom once in the episode
Yeah,
where she's
she
like,
was
kind of-
typical. I thought you would picture Kramer's mom.
Well, I just remember her lying in bed, like watching.
She's a
TV.
slut. She's like a whore. Not a whore. She's like a slut, drinking a lot of beer.
Well, do you
smoking
subscribe
a
to
lot
the
of cigarettes.
Kramer's a drug dealer theory of the show?
Nah.
I don't like to either. 'cause I
Kramer's
don't think
dude.
that's-
Kramer is the ultimate hipster. Like that guy. Like if I had his wardrobe.
But how does he make his money is a question. Because I've heard
Well, there's various episodes of how he makes his money. There's one where he was like, I think he said he had an inheritance. Maybe there was one episode where like,
because
he
my
was at the
old
bagel
weed,
shop and he was like, I'm going back to work, Jerry.
my old weed dealer insisted he was a weed dealer, but I feel like that's kind of wanting to bend the show to your.
You know my friend Bob Sacramento?
Yeah, I mean Bob Sacramento.
Giddy up, hey Jerry.
What's the little Mickey? Mickey's great.
Mickey, yeah, that's the little.
You ever see the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie?
Yeah.
Because Mickey's in there. You ever
Is
see
he? Who is he? Sorry, I got the sniffles.
Rorschach. He's the guy Rorschach murders in prison. Because there's this big mob.
I love that scene too when he's like, "You think you're locked up in?" No, what is it?
You
think I'm locked up
You're not in here with you. Yeah. You're locked up
You're
in here
locked
with me.
in with me.
But after that, this big mob boss shows up. But the coincidence is his name is like Big Boss, but he's
And he's
tiny
a little guy?
But he's literally Mickey from Seinfeld. And it's a fun or his name's Big Figure. Yeah, his name's Big Figure, but it's Mickey
I don't remember
from
that movie.
Seinfeld. I don't remember.
I remember the Prometheus guy, the fucking white fucking god Jack dude.
Yeah, with his penis hanging out.
Yeah.
Like, which fun, like.
I remember the comedian.
Oh, I really because I tried to watch it with my boy recently, but I got too wasted and I just.
They made it a series. They canceled the series already.
The series sucked.
Have you seen it? I didn't try to watch it. People loved it, dude. People said it was so good. People were like, "Yeah, this is about race in America." And oh man, the social commentary is
in the
amazing.
most like general way, pot. Like it's a very phoned in way. It feels like.
You know what was about race, dude? Fucking X-Men, right? I feel like X-Men was woke before woke was woke.
Yeah,
right?
Like X-Men.
Like
Yeah,
the mutants. They were like, "Fucking, you guys are being."
Like imagine X-Men without the
discriminated
subtlety. Like imagine it without like.
Like they were just black and they were just like, "Oh, that was a try." Anyway.
Yeah, imagine if every mutant were black and they were just called the N-Men. Anyway,
Sentinels just kill all of them. He's like, "You black people."
Yeah, the Sentinels all
yeah.
just have a white.
If you have the black gene, you're gonna be eliminated by Sentinels.
Just talking. Like
Magneto's like, "I'm gonna free this black people, and we're gonna raise an army together against the white people." That'd be great. That's not, but X-Men, dude. X-Men was like super about like race wokeness, right?
About like I think it changed too because there's about like race in certain parts and then about like homophobia in other parts.
It's about anything, about anybody being just like if you're
mold
mutant.
it to like what?
It's like any intolerance. There was the intolerance towards mutants.
Yeah, well that's the thing. You can mold it to any intolerance. Here, I'm gonna be right now.
Did you pause it?
I paused it.
The one on the video still going. I'm gonna keep talking to this one. Hello, and welcome to Ponch's podcast. Tonight, my guest is Greg Klesiak. He's currently taking a piss right now as we speak. Some might say it might take him forever because the amount of time it takes his piss to leave his tiny micro penis and go all the way to the toilet might be an insurmountable amount of time. Please stay tuned as he continues his micro penis urination. Until then, watch me smoke this blunt that I rolled. It's not actually weed, it's a legal version of not weed. It's a little bit uneven here. I like to buy the pre-cut cigar wraps. Not the cigars, because I have fat Donald Trump-like fingers. They're very short and stubby, so it's hard for me to really get some good dexterity skills going to roll a proper blunt, like a backwood or some sort of leaf that's more of a leaf on a leaf rolled up. So once you cut those, you don't get a very symmetrical wrap. So I like to buy these double platinums. These are good. This one's wild honey. I'm sure it contains a lot of this person says, warning, this product contains coronavirus. Yeah, so don't buy these because they got coronavirus, but you can get other ones. Yeah. Did you just flash your ass?
Yeah.
I wish you did. I hope you did. If you didn't do it, you're a bitch.
Yeah, I should have done it for him.
I
should have done it. I waved it, but I didn't fly.
I was trying to do this. I kept the video going.
I know, I could hear you while I was pissing. I was impressed, man. It was almost like, if we can get sponsored by,
Double platinum? Dude,
Double platinum!
I'll get cancer in a week.
But double...
I'm cool with that.
It's called
My mom
double
got cancer.
platinum, but
My
also
uncle
the
got
graphic
cancer. My
design looks like a honeybee nest.
Yeah, because
Nothing
this is
to
the
do-
honey flavor.
Yeah, but nothing to do... Oh, alright. I was going to say, nothing to do with platinum.
We apologize to our sponsor, Double Platinum.
Yeah.
Our ill-informed friend here did not know that these were in fact made of 100% honeybees and murder hornets.
And I would. Oh man, listen.
Damn it! I suck at rolling these fucking double honeybees. Anyway, so how was your
That
trip?
does not. That does not.
I told people it took you a while because your micro penis was going to take a long time to excrete your urine all the way to the toilet. I was like, the distance between that is fucking...
I mean, it honestly does. Basically, my piss goes forward, hits my balls, has to like kind of roll
So
over.
what you do is you urinate. That doesn't take long.
Yeah.
You pee immediately on your balls. It's the amount of time it takes from the piss to drip down your testicles.
Oh yeah, my
into the
piss
toilet.
immediately hits my balls.
Okay.
And then it's done. It's a tiny ass penis.
Hey man, no, this is what this podcast is about. It's
about tiny penises.
It's about tiny
I fucking
penises
love balls.
and big hearts.
Huh. And big.
You know?
Listen, I
Jonathan.
don't want to lean into it too much.
You gotta leave
But
it
if
to your comfort,
Manny, if
man.
Manny Pacquiao were to say life is about tiny penises and big hearts, how do you think he would say
I
that?
see you put that on a T for me right there.
Yes.
And you were like, alright, there you go, Sam.
That's the
Gonna
perfect.
hit the home run for this tea. Gonna be good, you know, the cut to micro penis. I don't have one. I have a big dick, and I knock you out. You have a micro penis. Thank you. Philippines is going to be number one country.
No, get rid
The
of
big boy, Freddie Roach is my trainer now. He's going to be champion. But yeah, no, you're a great setup, man. Thanks. That was like some NBA Jam. Boom, shakalaka.
Yeah. He's
that was more Joe Coy doing his mom. Have you seen that? Have you seen Joe
Well, no,
Coy?
but that was
That's another-
perfect because like
I was
you
gonna
did.
pass it, but I don't want it to unroll.
Well, honestly, because after you had done that, I should have just gone like, and he's heating up.
And now up to the plate, it's Mike Tyson. Oh my god, no, I'm so excited to be here. You guys ever like lick the toe? Oh my god, yeah, no, that's what I call like licking Oprah's pussy. If you lick the toe, then it's eye opening. Like you just
Wait, was he ever on Oprah?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he was on Oprah. Maybe not because he used to be like a convicted rapist, you know, and Oprah is, you know, a convicted rapee, you know. So I doubt that maybe he's gonna be on.
Oprah was a convicted rapee.
I think she was raped. Yeah, maybe that's not the maybe that's not the correct term.
Well, that's the convicted.
I mean, if they convicted the other person, then she would be a convicted rapee, right? Because I mean, it's on paper somehow. You know, I apologize to Oprah and the Oprah estate. My words do not reflect my true feelings, and what I said was under false pretenses, and it is irresponsible to share misinformation so willingly. Thank you. And any pain I have caused, I am very deeply sorry for.
Well, no, I mean,
Hey, shout out Ezel's, Oprah's favorite fried chicken place in Seattle. That place is fucking bomb.
I have a friend who's a manager at
Oh yeah? Can you hook it up with some free
these
chicken?
I don't know.
They got that barbecue ranch. Ooh, so good. Just barbecue mixed with ranch. Put that shit on your condom and fuck your partner. Whoo, dollar, we got a barbecue. You sound like the guy selling cars. Woo, we got a deal for the Memorial Day. My uncle was dead and you're gonna reap the benefits. Woo, he left 47 Toyota Corolla 32 on great condition.
So I know y'all been thinking about buying a car, but now that the coronavirus is over, why don't you come on down here and buy a car? Fuck my uncle, fuck my wife, fuck my kids.
I'm crazy incest Johnny.
My name's put a gun in my mouth because I don't have any gun money anymore, Johnny. So you come on down here. The prices are crazy. I'm crazy. My wife's crazy. And my dog will blow you. Oh, actually, listen.
Mom, if you're watching this, I'm not smoking weed. This is just an act because I get more views.
I love that we were just doing bits about like blowing people at gunpoint. And you're like, Mom,
Mom, not
Don't
smoking
worry,
weed,
I'm
Mom. I
not
promise you. I never touched that shit, Mom. You know me. I'm a little boy. Since I was little, you know I never took drugs, Mom. Yeah, my mom ever saw a podcast of mine, it'd break her heart. My parents, I feel like, have this very ignorant view of me. Well, maybe not ignorant, maybe naive, because I feel like they mean well. They want to know me. But I'm very hush-hush. You know, I don't want them to know I'm banging fucking toads in the back of a fucking strip club. That's just me, you know? That's for me to know, not for them to know.
Well,
They
I
don't
feel
need to
like
know
your
that.
mom would be ashamed. Your dad would be proud. It's like, yeah, just like you're banging.
And I would be ashamed, not because of what I'm doing, but because of what I haven't done. He's like, he's not married. I don't care if he's fucking a toad every day, but he's not married. That's the toad you should fuck, son.
No, I mean, I don't even think it'd be like I never met your dad, but I didn't think it'd be like that. Not because I don't want to offend listeners. But I presume with your dad, it'd be like, well, my son's not married, but he's fucking a toad. That means he's not gay.
His friends will be
I know
like,
my
hey, I
parents-
heard your son fucking that toad. And he's like, yeah, but that toad, he wanna have it.
But that toad's a woman, you fucking.
Your son, he's fucking
My parents
dead.
were worried I was.
You
gay.
killed him. Yeah, I know, because you made fun of my son. And that's a good dad. That's a good dad.
You killed someone else's son?
You'll kill somebody else's son if they made fun of his son.
Alright, actually, that's.
It's a good dad. He might be in jail for the rest of my life, but that's a good dad. Because for that one split second,
Listen, I'm not. I get the sentiment, but I gotta disagree on that one. I mean, I would say the dad not being there for the rest of your life because you'd be like. I would be fine if my dad let one insult go as long as he was. You gotta stop doing heroin on the pod, even if
Look,
Jesus
man.
is behind you.
I'm gonna do what I want.
You can
because
do what you want.
This is the do whatever you want podcast. And if I want to fucking do, I feel like we have the video, and I just want to, up the ante a little bit.
Let me see. Hold on.
Look at me go down the stairs. Just kidding.
You do like the Simpsons with Marge going for the pretzel, like.
This is.
Hold on, Jamie wants to bring some more.
Hey, pull that shit up, Jamie. Monkey DMT.
Yeah. Have you seen this
MMA.
painting before ever?
COVID's a conspiracy. What is this?
Oh wait, hold on. I don't know what. Yeah, this thing.
Who's that guy?
So it's a guy doing heroin into his arm.
Oh, but Jesus is taking a hit.
But yeah, because
Now fuck Jesus right there. He's fucking taking my high, man. I've been so pissed. I've been so pissed. I'm like, Jesus, you took my fix, bruh.
No, but Jesus is supposed to be doing a sacrifice for him or something.
So Jesus takes the negative effects of it. He takes the positive hit. Like he feels the euphoria of the heroin.
Actually,
but
no.
Jesus gets the,
I
AIDS.
see original. I know, but I see original criticism now because I think Jesus also gets the high.
I think
Jesus gets the negative problems, but
I
Jesus
think
also
Jesus,
gets
I
the
think
fun.
Jesus is the junkie here. I think Jesus is like, oh man, this guy's about to do heroin. Hold up. I'm gonna go fucking. Oh yeah, keep that shit.
If he can teleport.
He's
Jesus
like,
just
free
teleport.
heroin, bro.
He just teleports into anybody's body.
Yeah. He's like, oh man, Mexicans got that weak shit. Oh, well, I miss the Dominican pipeline.
So I first saw this painting maybe 6 years ago. You're the first person to offer a new perspective on it.
Dude, I see a junkie stealing somebody's fix. As a junkie myself.
Jesus is more of a junkie
I'm
than.
like, bro, you
then-
took my high.
So you're saying Jesus is somehow more of a junkie than Diamond Dallas
Oh, yeah.
Page?
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing. That guy looks like DDP, right? Like
He does. I saw his yoga thing. I watching Fuck That's Delicious.
He's
Cool.
trying to do yoga, and Jesus just
Whoa.
shows up, just injecting the yoga into his head. You're right.
But yeah, maybe
Wait,
you should give.
Action-
Who
wait, Action
painted
Bron-
this? Who painted this?
I don't know. I just saw this like years ago. And I always liked it because I thought it was a funny picture because it's like,
Well, for
I
the
think it was
people-
done by a religious person, but it's unintentionally funny. But now you've also made it intentionally funny because the idea
That's
of
hilarious. That's just
Jesus
I'm
just
telling you,
wants to get
that's
fucked up.
Jesus at the last second, be like, oh yeah, and this guy's pissed. That was his fucking score. He
Well, yeah,
fucking worked
imagine-
all week just to get that fucking score.
He doesn't feel anything. He's like, that cost me $60, Jesus. You son
Dude,
of a
if you're
bitch.
shooting $60 into your vein in one shot, you're gonna die. For
Oh,
sure.
is it?
Yeah. I mean, I think.
Well, but-
I don't know.
But yeah, but
Heroin
Jesus
doses.
can. But Jesus can die and come back.
Oh yeah.
And it doesn't. Yeah. So
That's,
this guy's
that's
like.
that's the fucking heroin Jesus likes. Someone like, whoo man, I fucking resurrected again off of that shit. Like,
That
damn.
makes it worse because
Whew,
this guy's
they're
not.
gonna have to have another Easter if they can make a heroin that good.
This guy's not. That's what makes it worse. This guy's not only trying to get high. He's trying to kill himself. But Jesus swoops in. He's like, boop, bloop, bloop. Who got this one, baby? Blah, 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 blah. And the guy's like, no, I have to go back to work for another week at my
middle.
shitty gas station job to try to kill myself again. And then the moment he tries to kill himself again, Jesus is like, bloop, 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 bloop. That shit's mine, bitch.
That's like your older brother stealing the last Pop-Tart out of your like plate or out of your mouth.
Yeah, Jesus is basically giving this guy goodies.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the free heroin, bitch.
Oh, yeah. What's
But
up,
anyway,
dude?
shout out to Jesus and Christianity.
Yeah, shout out to Diamond Dallas Page.
You know, if anybody else has a new religion they want to try out, go ahead and give us a call or email us at newreligion.com.
When I was on the way up, I was trying to see if the Scientology Center was still open, and I could not tell because they were still playing videos in the window.
I was trying to be seductive. I was trying to lay that down.
Yeah. You would look like you were trying to lick the shit out of that.
It was a little tiny modelly dick, so I was like, I'm getting it hard because he sees a bigger dick than his, and he's like, oh yeah.
I mean, honestly,
You can handle like 2 inches. What is it? 2 inches? You would say? This is about.
Yeah. I mean, that's about the length, but also skinnier than my.
This one's skinnier than yours. So you got a little chode, huh? Okay.
No, because that's longer than it is skinnier. Like chode's gotta be. Oh, now it's a chode. Now that you smoke more.
There's a filter in there, so it'll be chode soon enough.
Just chode.
So, tell me about your post-corona plans. You excited for the quarantine to end?
I mean, not really, because while everyone's in quarantine, they are forced by law to be as much of a loser as I am by default, so I like everyone being in quarantine. That being said, when it reopens up...
So you're going to be sad when it reopens and everybody's having the time of their life and you're just stuck at home. Like,
Yeah, we're supposed to be social distancing. Corona can still come back. The resurgence could be more dangerous than the original.
But I will say, I am looking forward because, like, everyone's going to be on equal footing. When we all go back to doing stand-up, no one's going to have been performing stand-up. Even if
or so you think, bro? There might be some dudes
No, but
out
they're
there who
doing
are
Zoom
rolling
shows.
But
They're
maybe
doing
they're
Zoom
writing
shows.
materials. Maybe they're writing good material. Maybe they just
Yeah,
gotta
but-
practice it. But maybe the material. That's the most important part. The material. I don't care about anything because I feel like if you just think it's just
I would
the
disagree.
performance?
I would say performing in
you
front
think
of
so,
people.
then that makes me feel good because I feel like I can just go up there then with nothing. It's stand-up about nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's like.
What's the deal with not having any jokes?
I mean, you watch Cat Williams do stand up.
But yeah, but that's great
I
material.
watch him do. No, I watch him do material about Jacksonville, Florida. a
Yeah,
place I've
that's
never
great
been.
material. Everywhere's a hood in Jacksonville. You drive 2 miles south, it's a hood. You go 1 mile north, it's a hood.
No, because you can
Jacksonville
insert.
hood.
I guess maybe you're right about it being great
Is that my
material.
favorite?
Because if it was, you could take out Jacksonville. If you took out Jacksonville and you inserted Tacoma, Washington,
Yeah.
I would laugh
Tacoma's
just
a
as
hood.
hard.
Anywhere you
Yeah.
go, Tacoma's a hood.
I mean,
Maybe you're right.
I grew up in the hood. It was a giant hoodie that belonged to Paul Bunyan. You know, I lived in that hoodie for about 20 years. In the northern part, the hood, where he would put his head.
I'm getting to the point where I gotta throw out some old hoodies. You ever been to that point before?
Throw out hoodies? I do. I got all that
You throw
clothes
out-
right there. I told you all that is just clothes I got to donate.
Oh, but I mean, what have you read a hoodie you've been wearing for a long time, and you come to the decision
I've been
like,
wearing
is
the
that a
same
rough decision?
condom since I lost my virginity, dude.
Well, so last week you've been wearing it since last
No,
week.
I haven't put it on.
Hi-oh! And you probably can't see it, but Johnny Carson is twirling the car in the corner.
Yeah, he is. It's like Johnny. Cheers, man.
Yeah. No, but in all
I guess
seriousness,
tonight's
like
gonna be great.
when you throw out old clothes, do you have attachment to old clothes when you get rid of them?
I do, and I wish I didn't, but I'm getting better about throwing out old shit. I have a bunch of junk that when my grandpa died, before he died, he left his car to my sister. My sister was driving his car for a while he was living with us, and then he passed away. And then when I was driving to Seattle, my car broke down. I used to have a Volkswagen Jetta, R.I.P. And it broke down on the drive up here. So like I was able to get it back home. And my sister was like, "You can take my car, and then once you figure out a car situation for yourself, like I'll worry about getting my car back." And I crashed that car, dude, my grandpa's car. And like I was able to like grab all his personal items in there. Like he died in between me having it, and my mom was like, "Grab all the stuff that he had in his car for like sentimental reasons. And I'm like, Mom, it's just junk. It's like washer fluid and broken CDs. And like, she's like, I don't care, bring it, I want it. And I'm like, all right. So I have like a bunch of I have a garbage bag full of my grandpa's old trash that was in his car. And maybe there's some good stuff in there. I gotta check it out. Maybe like a good old CD he's listening to. I'm like, oh,
I mean, I get it.
CDs. I'll bust some of those in and vibe to my grandpa's tunes, but most of it, that shit's junk. An old jacket is an old jacket in there.
I mean, I get it. Every bunch of my old dad's junk just because,
Yeah,
like,
you just have it,
just
yeah.
because it's shit he had when he died.
It's a connection I have to him. And, my mom.
Well, especially because I would assume.
Jab.
Well, because I would assume my dad's like your dad in the sense of like, cause some like.
Both got wieners. My dad
Oh, they
doesn't.
do, but actually,
My dad doesn't have a wiener anymore. Does yours?
well, probably not anymore.
They're the same. You're right.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I was just gonna say in the sense that like, cause there's not like, because like if you or I dropped that tomorrow and be like, well, is DVDs or is this and that and shit. It's just like, cause my dad was old enough where it's like, he didn't really have that much shit. So it's like what shit it's not like my dad was old, so it's not.
Was
like,
it gonna leave me as junk mail? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not like because it's not like.
TV guy.
Because like he's like with your dad too. It's not like they don't have a PlayStation or a VCR or like.
One valuable thing my dad has is his jizz that made me.
Yeah.
Hi-yo. Yeah.
Well, if that's the
no more
most valuable.
hi-yo joke.
No, I just mean if that's the most valuable thing, man. Then like, YouTube better start monetizing the buy.
No, but
I
seriously,
just
my
mean,
dad
like,
does have a jizz
my
business.
dad left a nice recliner. That was like the thing that it like. But I mean, there's no like shit that he like Like,
No, my dad has like vials of jizz in the house, like this jizz.
Wait, he free?
But he's still alive. That's the fucked up part. He's still alive. He's like, nobody touched my jizz. I'm saving it for when I die. I'm gonna have a population of me.
Well, and as your son, you're never like, but Dad, are your proud
Ah, you
son?
shut up. Yeah, you're barely a son. I'm surprised you even have a penis. How are you gonna shoot jizz out of it if you just got a little hole where your penis is supposed to be?
Dear, the one with the tiny penis says he's gonna be my heir. And then
You gotta be so mean.
your mom's like, oh, yeah, the one with the tiny penis. He said a penis, a baby, and a poop, and a pee, and a pee.
My sister just hits me with a 2x4.
Nobody in this family likes you.
My baby sister, like Maggie, has a pacifier in her mouth. He takes it out and just spits in my face.
And your neighbor is
I'm just on the ground, just like twitching.
That'd be great if you're like,
That's a
you're
rough
just
night.
lying unconscious on the living room floor, and like a neighbor runs in and just pisses on your back. It's like,
Yeah.
Hidely ho, neighbor, just runs out the door he came inside. It's just ripping.
My life is a late season episode of The Simpsons. When they're
Or they're
past
like-
their prime already, when they suck already.
Yeah, like wouldn't it be funny if Ned Flanders pissed on somebody? They think they're out of shit entirely.
Let's just do an episode when Ned Flanders just golden showers everybody. Dude, that'd be a great episode of The Simpsons. Right? He's addicted to golden showers. He becomes like a male gigolo or something.
Honestly, that kind of sounds like
That'd be a great episode.
Well, so based on the way you did that voice, I will say, and I'm not.
I was doing Selma for some reason.
Well, no,
Jab.
I'm not pretending to try to set you up again, but that did just sound like the Simpsons writers are desperate. They're like, listen, we gotta get you.
That's how they were following the show.
What if we brought Joey
Yeah.
Diaz into the Simpsons
Hey,
writers?
fucking
That's what that sounded
Hey,
like.
look it. I'm Ned Flanders. I know I don't fucking sound like Ned Flanders, but it was because I was in the back, Sokola Minka, and I turned my voice into fucking this guy. Anyways, I got a bunch of vials of jizz in my backyard, cocksucker.
So I'm Ned Flanders, you fucking cocksucker.
And then my son Rod and Todd come in.
Hey, Dad, you don't sound like Flanders.
Hey, you shut your fucking mouth, you curly haired little fuck, Sokola Minka.
Yeah.
I gotta check if this shit's still recording. Oh, we're so good, bro.
Honestly, Joey Diaz being the head of that.
Dude, I don't know.
We're doing Diaz nachos. That's when I serve fingers
Sounds like Macho
with
Man.
cottage cheese on them. With
Brother.
your little fat. You just.
No, that's Hulk Hogan. Let me tell you something, brother. Woo! No, it's Ric Flair.
Yeah, no, that was Macho Man and Ric Flair put together.
Which is kind of Hulk Hogan-ish.
A little bit. I mean, all those guys were coked up. They all kind of sound the same. Like the green will rise to the crop, brother. Or no, that was yeah. I just did Hogan in kind of.
You want to do Hulk Hogan? You gotta watch my porn video, brother. Oh man, I was fucking doing this video of me banging this girl, brother.
Dude, so because sometimes I zoom.
You want to hear my impression of Sting?
Yeah, all right, just sting it up.
Get it? Get it?
Dork, yeah.
Sting didn't talk. Right?
Yes, no, I got it.
Hi-yo.
I understood the joke, you bitch. You fucking bitch.
But maybe some of our lesser known wrestling fans didn't.
Well, our lesson, everyone who listens. Yeah, wait.
This is a wrestling podcast. I feel like that's how you can tag it. Wrestling.
Actually, I might. Maybe
What about impressions?
Maybe
Joey
I'll take.
Diaz?
I feel like that's why the last one got so many
Did you
views.
tag it? Did you use some tags?
Because
Did you tag Action Bronson?
I tagged Action Bronson, and Action Bronson was in the cover. Did you see him making the bat suit?
No, but I saw a new. I don't think there were new episodes, but I saw the third season or whatever latest season they have on Hulu of him trying to eat healthy. It was a good episode. He goes to. I forgot where.
Wait,
he goes.
is he still doing shit?
Yeah, he has like a new season coming out, but it's not on Hulu yet. I think it's probably like on YouTube device or something.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking him like trying to eat healthy. It was awesome. I loved it.
Fuck,
That's
this was a.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Going back to Queen.
I didn't know you didn't see it, but this was a cover up for the last episode. It was
Oh, nice.
yeah, so it was based like
Bat Farm.
Yeah, and
That's
then
hilarious.
it's bats.
Yeah, this is how to make Action Bronson's Bat Farm. Shout out to my boy. You know what's funny is that I was losing a little bit of weight, so I thought, I let my hair grow out because I had a bald head and I had a beard, but I shaved my beard, so I stopped looking like Action Bronson. But now I heard he's kind of losing weight too. I saw an interview with him. They say he lost a bunch of weight. I know he hasn't looked skinny, but I've also lost a bunch of weight, and I also don't look skinny, so I can continue to do an Action Bronson impression.
I mean, I think you could. Well, it's funny because when we, like it was.
I can shave my head again. I'm growing my beard out now. I mean, I got a goatee now. I'm a goatee guy. How do you feel about a goatee? Not my goatee, just goatees in general.
I used to love goatees. I don't know if I like goatees anymore. I feel like
I think for me,
full shave.
I'm disappointed because I feel like a goatee. I can grow a goatee. I feel like it's a nice even. It's thick enough. It's not like thick, but it's thick enough. And I feel like that's the best facial hair I can get.
I will say I think you look better with the full-on beard, but you do look better with this than you did, like
clean shaven. I look like a fucking. My sister said I look like a naked mole rat.
You listen. You look bad clean shaven, but also I don't. Well, I don't want to knock you because the viewers won't be aware of this. But you said you got clean shaven because you thought it would inspire you to lose weight.
Yeah, and it did.
And you did. Yeah, you lost like 30
I wanted
pounds.
to make myself as ugly as possible.
Well, but I mean, you lost what, like 30 pounds?
I've lost 55 pounds, dude.
Doing OMAD 1 meal a day.
Yeah, since January. So in January I was 317. Right now I'm 265. So that's what's that? 52 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, but
and then but like January through February I was like working out often. Yeah, I was working out often, but I wasn't eating healthy. And then I broke my finger, which is still fucked up. And then I stopped working out. And then I started eating healthy again.
Yeah.
And then I was back up to like 300. No, I was 298. I remember I was 298, and then I was like, fuck, I'm fat as shit again. So then I started doing keto and OMAD, and I've been doing that since April 6th. April 6th I was 298, and right now I'm 265. And it's what, May 22nd today?
Yeah.
Day 62 of the quarantine in Seattle. Actually, I don't know what day it is, but the quarantine might be over soon, I think next week. There's some.
Yeah, well, they're slowly lifting restrictions back up.
Yeah, we'll see. I feel like.
Do
you think everything will be back to normal? A full calendar year? I think a full calendar year. I feel like next May, there's going to be like sellout crowds and stadiums and arenas. Vegas is opening up next month, but they're going to do like some casinos are differing. One casino, like the Caesars casinos, are doing. Are those the MGMs? I don't know. They're doing like social distancing, so they're going to like instead of 15 people at a table, they're going to do like 6 people at a table. They're going to have masks available for people. but they're not going to make it required. However, employees must wear masks. And so it's just going to be less tables, less space, less people, which means it's going to be more exclusive, more expensive. I saw gas was up again.
Up again?
Yeah,
How can
dude.
it be up again? No one's going anywhere still.
I don't know, but I saw it used to be. I pumped gas across the street from my house for like $2.43. I think was like the average this last
At
2 months.
the place where the chicken
Yeah.
wings?
No, at the Safeway.
Alright.
And then so it's like $2.40. I think it averaged like the last 2 months for the quarantine. And then I drove by it and it was $3.04.
How was it even 240 though? Like no one's going anywhere. It seems like.
What should it have been? They should have paid you. Like, I would take our gas. Come on.
Dude, that was like that with oil for a while though. Like
Yeah.
oil, there was a brief minute where oil was negative 35 cents a barrel. It was like.
You see what I'm doing there? This is the oil dance. Oil.
No oil, yeah.
Oil.
But so it's funny too because I don't know what'll because I talked about so the delivering groceries thing I'm doing. I delivered groceries yesterday to this lady Amy Poisson.
Okay.
Well, but she runs that matcha theater, which just plays like they run them in like the ID and shit. Yeah, but like the point is she like I was talking to her and like it's funny because she like talked my ear off and I was worried I'd get in trouble although I didn't. But the point is she's like because we're like a local theater and we're thinking maybe we're gonna start opening back up in September. And she's like, the bigger theaters like Seattle Rep and this and that and the other shit. She's like, they're thinking of maybe opening up in August. But I mean, like the theaters, like the theaters are done for a while. Like the stand-up clubs, I don't know. But like 18th, you remember 18th? I mean, of course you do. 18th and
So you gotta do some social distancing shows. You gotta figure it out. And you
yeah,
gotta
but I
put
mean
that
the
on.
problem. But she brought up that like so the Rep wants to do shows and they're gonna do social. But 18th and Union, where we did our one-person shows, they're talking about wanting to opening up soon and doing one-person shows. But the problem is, if you have an audience for that, and you want to do one-person shows, it's like you could fit like a fraction of the audience. You know,
Well, I mean,
you
I only
could
had like 3 in the audience in the first place, so I was social distancing already. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
Hey, Bert Kreischer did that joke, and look, I know he didn't copy me, but I was the first hack to do that joke.
I mean, everyone.
Because a couple of weeks ago, my buddy had me do a quarantine special,
Gotcha.
and it was like, hey, there's no audience here. I can't hear anybody. It's not like my normal stand-up where and it was stupid.
Honestly, you should just do it, and then imagine if it's like Carlos Mencia, and then Joe Rogan shows up on stage,
And he
goes,
just
"All right."
like,
You'll get famous. It'll be like Joe
I'll
Rogan
just-
will be like, look at this, look
I'll
at
fight
this.
Joe
look
Rogan.
at
I'm gonna
this."
get my ass beat, but I'll fight him.
You'll fight Joe
I'm
Rogan.
gonna sort of scratch his eyes out, and I'm like,
Oh, Joe
to make
Rogan.
him the bad guy. So when he
It's
chokes me out,
It's-
so when he inevitably chokes me out, they're gonna be like, you choked out a fucking guy with autism. I'm like, Joe Rogan was not good to me.
You choked out a guy with micro penis, Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan's like, no, I didn't know.
I
It's
had
micro
micro penis. And I'm like, you 12-inch dick having motherfucker, the
Yeah,
privilege.
Although I will say Rogan's I'm thinking of doing the carnivore diet after Rogan's talking me into it.
That's expensive, bro. I'm gonna just say eating meat all the time is expensive.
Oh, yeah, that's probably.
So what are you gonna eat? I guess you're gonna eat like deli meats.
Well, that's true, because his dumbass, I remember when Rogan talked about it, he's like, so I eat basically exclusively elk and bacon. And his dumbass shoots the elks, I guess, right? And then he can probably just afford to buy bacon because he has 17 hours of
Oh yeah, for sure. I got that chili. Do you want some of that chili later? It's pretty good. I put
Actually, that should, yeah.
got some mushrooms, some garlic, a little bit of tomato paste.
What do you got? What do you got in there to make it spicy?
I put some of the habanero sauce in there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty spicy, bro. But I had to cut it because it was really salty. I fucked it up. So
You said you made it too salty. How'd you unsaltify it?
I had to put some orange. I had to put like an orange, squeeze some oranges in there. Put a little bit of teriyaki sauce, which might have a little bit more sodium. I feel like the sodium's through the roof in that thing, but it's a caveman chili. Bacon, mushrooms, onions, jalapenos, peppers. I have newt.
What's your base?
My base?
Like
wrestling?
potatoes or like?
usually, yeah, I'm a wrestler. I used to wrestle in high school. And then from that, maybe I got some pretty good boxing after that, maybe. And then.
All right, yeah. Because mine's like Muay Thai, a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu.
What's your base on Muay Thai? Yeah, no, but yeah, no. I put some sriracha in there too. I got a black belt on sriracha. Yeah.
When it opens up, you thinking of hitting up like? I know I'm fucking 33. I'm old and stupid and shouldn't do it.
I thought you were like 39.
Well, when I'm old, like when everything opens back up, though, part of me's like, what if I did just fucking do a little jiu-jitsu gym or some shit like that?
Yeah, it's probably gonna be expensive. In Seattle, there is Marcelo Alonso's. He's a black belt. I think that's in Ballard.
I mean, the thing is, there's a
Is that
million
one in
places.
Kirkland?
I mean, there's a million places because I
That's
do.
what I'm saying, like, if you want some high quality shit, you can find it here. There's that place in Kirkland where fucking Mighty Mouse trains. You can train there. That's the thing about
how
those
do you
gyms.
know? How do you know like which place is high quality? Because
Cause you gotta go. You gotta go on the guy who's the owner, right? And the one in Ballard, I think, he's the fucking black belt beast. He's a fucking competition.
Oh, and you can look him up and see if he's actually
his
done
fights.
shit.
Yeah, you can see his fights.
Because when I first moved here, this was like fucking 2014.
1998.
Yeah, because I went to like Cappy's boxing gym, and that's like supposed to be some
Shout out
famous
to CG.
Seattle. Yeah, that's supposed to be like some famous Seattle shit, and I did like that for a while and everything. But like,
No, you see,
I'm
boxing.
so old and fat
Look,
now that shit like this is done.
I
Like,
don't mean to disrespect
yeah.
Seattle or the Pacific Northwest, but I don't know too many like boxing champions that came out of here. I'm sure there are, maybe, but I don't know them off the top of my head.
Yeah, but I mean, but there's still, but like the people there are still gonna be better.
Seattle,
than
man.
me.
I feel like Seattle. You want elite.
Well, because I'm not trying. Because the thing is, I'm too old to be an MMA champion or anything. Like I'm just trying
But
to
the
be.
thing about
Like,
MMA,
I'm trying to be like if I get in a bar fight.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful to MMA fighters, but I think MMA, because it's the youngest of all the sports, I think is the easiest to get to the top. It's the fact, like, right? A lot of these dudes, like Francis Ngannou, like a lot of these dudes are like trying to be boxers.
Compared to what sports, if you don't.
Compared to boxing, compared to fucking basketball, football, tennis, soccer, literally every single sport. Like in MMA, if you start training today, maybe in 5 years, you can be champion. All these dudes in MMA are like 40 years old. They've only been doing it for like 5 years.
Like Conor McGregor got into that real late, right?
He got, I mean, maybe like Connor, maybe he's been into it since he was maybe like 18 or something. And
No, I thought he got into that way later.
no, I think he was like a 19-year-old. Like as soon as he got out of high school, he's trying to be box. But all those dudes, my point is that it was like they were all trying to be boxers, and then they were like, "Yo, there's this thing called MMA," and it got more popular, more popular, more popular. Francis Ngannou was a boxer. He was trying to be a boxer.
I mean, what about like Joe Rogan's comments that like Floyd Mayweather would get his ass kicked in MMA? Like,
He would.
You don't think it,
In an MMA fight, he would.
But yeah, but I mean, so you don't think that gives MMA more gravity than like boxing? Because it seems like boxing takes a lot of like.
What
Like
I'm
it
saying
seems
is-
like boxing takes a lot, like think of it versus fencing versus like
Yeah.
if you were sword fighting without rules, I guess. Where it's
Right.
like fencing does take skill
Exactly.
and this and that, but like.
So imagine fencing
yeah.
without rules, right? Like you can do.
Well,
whatever you
that's
want in
MMA,
fencing,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm saying fencing without rules, me and Punch right now, I could probably be the fencing without rules champ in 5 years if I started right now. Why? Because it's fencing without rules. I have the same time to get good at it as everybody else. 5 years. It's like a quarantine, right? Everybody has to suit to my level now because it just started, right? Whereas MMA, same thing. MMA is so young. Whereas boxing has been around since the 1800s, like fucking 300 years, almost 200 years, right? Where these dudes have been perfecting a craft, the technique for years. Their punches are so so precise, right? It was in the Olympics. Like these dudes are on another level when it comes to like training, right? So if you want to be a boxer, you're like, I'm gonna be the best boxer in the world. Good luck, bro. You're probably not gonna do it. One, you're 33 years old, right? There's no good gyms around here. You're
It'd be like trying to be the best tennis player in the world.
exactly. Oh yeah, tennis is even more probably impacted than
I mean, even if it's not more, but
trying
yeah,
to be the best basketball player in the world. But MMA, it's like, I mean, it's only been around for 20 years.
I mean,
Look,
John
there used
Jones.
to be no women, and then Ronda Rousey blew that up. And then like, well, women can't really strike, and then Amanda Nunes blew that up, right?
Amanda,
Right. My point is that so the women are on par with the men when it comes to like skills in MMA because they both have the same amount of time. Maybe MMA for women was later, maybe like 5 years later.
Yeah.
But it was later. It still happened. So like the women
Yeah, I
are
feel
just as skilled as the guys. You know what I mean?
No, I feel
Like
that.
they're fucking epic. These girls can do some epic shit in MMA. Whereas in other sports, it's like they don't let these women play for years. Like baseball, women have to play a different sport. They can't play
They have
baseball.
to play softball.
They have to play
yeah.
softball. How
There's
fucking
there's
sexist is that?
no professional softball league, right? There's
I don't know. I think there used to be maybe, and it probably folded, and it
But
was
there's
probably
no.
getting paid like
but to your
$40K
point,
a year.
there,
Probably less than
there's
that.
no female equivalent to baseball. There's no female equivalent to football.
Yeah, football, like
Soccer-
wear lingerie.
Yeah.
And
No.
I don't know.
I
what
forgot
else.
about that. What was that?
The
What was
lingerie
that
league. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Was that also? Yeah. Was that also a Vince McMahon thing?
No, I don't know. I hope so.
But you see the XFL folded?
I went to the game. I went to the game this year, a Dragons game.
I wish I got
Yeah.
to go to a game. Because not only did it fold, but like Vince FL is suing the league for his money back, but also someone's suing Vince McMahon for their money back.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sure they're gonna
everyone's
fucking
like,
hash it out in court for years. And
oh man.
I'm the kind of guy I'll get a summons or a subpoena to go to court, and I'm like, I throw it in the trash.
Yeah, just because you bought a ticket, you're
I'm just
gonna
like, throw it in the
like,
trash. And they're like, no, you're gonna go to jail if you don't go to court. And I'm like,
Oh.
I don't care.
Listen,
And they'll be driving my car and I'll be swerving and they'll pull me over. Like, I see here you got an arrest warrant. And I'm like, for what? I don't know, failure to appear. You're gonna have to come with me, sir. And I was like, no, that's a mistake, officer. Sir, I want you to calm down. I'm calm. What are you talking?
He's
Oh my god, I killed a cop. Get in the car and run.
I killed a cop. I better unzip his pants and suck his dick to prove it was his fault. Look.
Do you think
the
you'll
cop's partner is just like,
I want to tell people who are just listening that you just, with that cradling the balls, what you do there with the, you tickled the balls there.
Oh yeah.
That was, I see you got some technique.
No, did I do
I
that?
see you got a technique with sucking
Did I do
dick.
that
Oh yeah.
subconsciously?
Oh yeah. Subconsciously, you
I
had
didn't
you had a
even do
perfect
that.
you had a perfect girth. Like you knew exactly the size of dick was in your hand. That's some good acting. Hey, that was a good acting. I can see that. And then those balls were getting tickled, man.
I
Oh, that was good. That was good. This guy's a great actor.
Yeah, listen, that was I mean excellent.
I like how I'm like looking at the microphone.
Yeah,
like,
but yeah. Talk about a great actor, bitch. Who's acting now? You're just doing your bit right into
It's a microphone. Yeah, I'm a moron. But anyways, man, what time is it? I do gotta kind of maybe wrap early today.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
8:06 right now.
Do you want to fucking just quit while we're ahead?
Yeah.
Let's
That
do
was
it.
actually a nice place to end it.
I'm gonna hit the stop on this one too.